I'm going to show you how to post a YouTube video step by step. If you've never posted to YouTube before, don't worry, you're in the right place. I know you're excited to get started. This is definitely your year. Now, some of these steps are mandatory and some of them are optional. I'm going to tell you which is which. All right, let's go. So the first thing you're going to need to do is sign into your YouTube account. So when you visit youtube.com on your desktop and you're not signed in, this is likely what you see. And you're going to want to head up to the top right of the screen and select the sign in button. Now your YouTube login is the same as your Google account, and I'm pretty sure you have a Google account, but if you really don't, I will link to the process for setting one up down in the description, and it's free and super easy. So at this point, you just want to go ahead and sign into your Google account. And once you're signed in successfully, you'll know that you are because at the top right of the screen, instead of seeing that sign in button, you're going to see either a little profile picture of yourself that you've already set up with your Google account, or maybe it's just a circle with your initials on it. Either way, now you know you're signed in. The next step you might want to take is optional but highly recommended, and that is to verify your YouTube account. You just need to go to the website youtube.com/verify, and it's going to ask you to input your phone number, and it'll text you a code that you use to verify your account. Now, why would you want to do this? It's because once your account is verified, you unlock a lot of privileges on YouTube that you wouldn't otherwise be able to access. And again, these are all free. First of all, you can upload longer videos, you can create custom thumbnails, which is something we're going to talk about later, and you can even go live and live stream from YouTube. But first, you need to be verified. The next step is to actually upload your video file. So you can do this right from your phone or an iPad or from your desktop computer. Now, if you're curious, how do you put together a more professional looking YouTube video? That's a whole bigger conversation. However, I did make a video about that I will link to down below when you're ready for it. Okay, so this is how you're going to upload your first video. You're going to see this icon here that says create with a plus sign. Let's click on that. And you're going to get this drop down where you can upload a video. So let's select that option. And here's the screen you get next. Now, if you want to upload a video from your mobile device, just open up the YouTube app and look for this plus sign in the circle at the bottom of the screen. Now, if you want to access a video you've already recorded on your phone, you want to make sure that you give YouTube permission to access your photos and videos. Once you've done that, you'll need to navigate back to the YouTube app and hit that plus sign again. And now you're able to select the video you want to upload and then hit the next button. And this is the mobile version of the screen you just saw on the desktop. But you should know that you have more flexibility in your uploads when you're uploading from your desktop than here on the mobile app. Back to the desktop, once you select upload video, you're going to find yourself on this screen here where you can either drag and drop video files right from your computer, or you can hit the select files button to navigate to a particular video. Just select the video you want to upload and it automatically starts uploading. Now, in this window, there's a lot of different fields where you can fill out a lot of information about your video. The first one being where you can give your video a title. It'll automatically title your video whatever the actual video file was called, but you can rename the video by highlighting this text and retyping in your title, and viewers will actually see this text as the title of your video. So it's important to pick something that's really descriptive about what the video is about. The next few steps are optional, but highly recommended. In this next field here, you can fill out a description of what your video is about, and you have 5,000 characters to do this. Now, if you want to help viewers find your content here on YouTube, you want to do what's called optimize the information you're putting in these fields with the title and the description. And I get into more detail on that in another video that I'm going to link to down in the description. And I also recommend a free tool called TubeBuddy that's really going to help you out as well. But for now, just stick with this video to get the basics on the upload process. Now, once you've filled out that description, you want to scroll down in this window and head down to the thumbnail section. This is where you can upload a custom graphic to be used as the thumbnail for your video. And if you don't create your own custom thumbnail, YouTube is going to pick a random frame of your video as the thumbnail, which really isn't your best option because the thumbnail is really important for enticing a viewer to actually click on your video and watch it. And so if it's just a still frame from your video, it's probably not going to have the impact you want it to have. Now to do this, just click on this first window here, and it'll automatically open the file structure inside your computer, and you just navigate to that graphic you already built and select it. Below that, you can add your video to a playlist. A playlist is a way for you to categorize content into a group of videos that might appeal to the same viewer. So I've already created playlists. If I drop down here, I can just check which playlist I want to add this video to. But if you hadn't yet created a playlist, you could select new playlist, add a title for that playlist. I'm just going to call this sample playlist for demonstration purposes, and then hit the create button. And now when I search for a playlist, that new playlist has appeared and I can add this video to that playlist. I could even add it to multiple playlists. Let's hit done. Now, before we move on to the next step, if you want to know a lot more about creating content for YouTube, that's one of the things we talk about on this channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, let's hit the next button. If you are part of the YouTube partnership program, which means that you have enough views or subscribers or watch hours to qualify for getting monetized on YouTube, you will see this option. But if this is your first video, you're definitely not part of the YouTube partner program. So I'm going to skip over this and just hit the next button here at the bottom of the screen. And it brings up this next menu of video elements. And I just want to draw your attention to the most important options in this window. And the first one is to add an end screen. End screens are the clickable pop-up boxes that appear at the end of a YouTube video. And it's a great opportunity to keep the viewer watching by pointing them to related content. And that way you can gain more subscribers and more watch time and really help your channel grow. So to add our end screen elements, let's click this add button and we get this new window. And at the bottom of this window is this little timeline that shows me about the last 20 seconds or so of my video. So your end screen elements can't be throughout your video, obviously. You're really limited to these 20 seconds, but you don't have to take up the entire 20 seconds. And the layout of your clickable end screen elements can be varied. So if you scroll down here, you'll see different templates for the layouts of your clickable screen elements. You probably don't see this one though. This is import from latest video. This is my default layout, but you can custom create your own. So let's do that. Just hit this button here with the plus sign that says element, and you can select any of these different options. Let's select video. And we now get this blue box inside of our playback window, and I can reposition this blue box and I can even make it bigger if I want. Now you'll notice down in that little timeline with the last 20 seconds, my end screen element has taken up almost the entire 20 seconds, but I know that I want it to appear about here where I point to it in my video. So what I'm going to do is grab the end of this black bar, hold down with my mouse button, click and drag to this line here. This is called our playhead. And so that's when that end screen element is going to appear. Now, by default, it's going to show the viewer my most recent upload, or I can let YouTube pick the best video for the viewer based on what YouTube knows about that viewer. That's a great option. I might recommend that. Or you can choose a specific video. So I can choose specific video, and it'll show me all of the different videos that I have uploaded to YouTube on this channel, and I can select one of these. Or I could search for a video from another channel and link to that too. We could add another end screen element as well. I'm going to hit the plus sign, and this time maybe let's select a playlist. And this is going to show me all of the playlists from my channel, or I could search for someone else's playlist as well. I'm going to select one of my own. And now if we look again in the timeline, the black bar is again all the way to the beginning of my timeline here. If I wanted to come up at the same time as the other one, I just grab the end and align them. And I can reposition this playlist. And now I'm going to hit the save button. The next one down here that I want to talk to you about is adding cards. Cards are those little pop-up boxes that appear here when a viewer is playing back your video. You can set a card to be a specific video, a playlist, or even someone else's channel. So to add a card, I'm going to hit the add button. And it's a very similar window to the one we just saw, except this time at the bottom, it's not just the last 20 seconds of my video, it's the entire video. So if I made reference to another video in this video, or there was just a similar topic I think that the viewer might be interested in, I can add a little clickable element card in the middle of my video to direct them to that video. So let's do that. I'm going to hit this plus sign and I'm going to select the appropriate video that makes sense. And now I get this little flag here in my timeline that indicates there's a card, and I can see in the preview window, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to show the partial title of that video. And if I wanted to reposition the location of the card within my video, I could just grab it and slide it around. And so now it shows up here later in the video if I wanted. I'm going to put it back where I had it. And let's hit save. Now, if you look at the top of this window, you can see all of the steps we're moving along during the upload process. And the next one is checks. You don't have to do anything during the checks stage of the upload process. This is something YouTube does behind the scenes to see if your video has any copyright conflicts, most specifically making sure that you don't have any music cuts in your video clip that you don't have the licensing for, and it will alert you if it does detect a conflict, and this can protect you so that no other creators can come after you later and say that you violated their copyright. It's definitely a great safeguard. So you can see this video says no issues found. I'm going to hit the next button at the bottom of the window. And now I can choose the visibility of my video. So if I select private, I can hit this button share privately, and I can type in email addresses of people that I'm giving permission to watch this video. And I can notify them via email that there's a video I want them to watch. The next option is unlisted, which means that this video won't be shown to people on the YouTube platform, but I could copy this video link. This is the actual link to that video, and text it to someone or email it to someone, and they would be able to watch it. Members only is something you're not going to need to worry about at this point. Some channels, like the one we're in now, have membership programs where users can pay for premium content. So if you had that, you could share this video only to members. And next, you could make it public, which means that as soon as you hit the publish button down here at the bottom right of this window, that video will be public on YouTube and all of your subscribers will get notified. You can also set this as an instant premiere, which basically makes the video feel like a live stream. So there will be a live chat alongside the video, even though it's not actually happening live. I would recommend not checking that button. And this last option here is to schedule this video to become public at a later date. If you hit the drop down, you can select a date and a time for this video to go public. I like to do this with my videos because once I've uploaded the video and scheduled it, it'll automatically go live at that predetermined time. I don't have to be sitting at my computer at that exact moment to publish the video. And let's schedule it. So that is how you post your first YouTube video. Now, if you want to know more about how to customize your whole channel, so you've got that header at the top and your profile picture and everything else, I've got a video just for you. I'm going to stick that right here. Click right on this thumbnail and it'll bring you right to that. Thank you so much for hanging out. Good luck with creating YouTube videos.